at the top of the line. Set the tone, get a fastball, be aggressive early, and if that ball is belt high and they're going to stay away from their power, I think everybody's hungry for lunch because they want some Oppo tacos today. That's my called shot.
I love that called shot. I'm going with the guy. Historically, this has been his best month of his career, and he's always been a second-half performer. I'm going to Mookie Betts. It's a must-win today. Got to have it. Mookie Betts going to do his thing.
And the good thing, he's been feeling good this week already on this homestand. Now, I know we got in our studio in El Segundo, they're going with Tarik Skubal to get him back on track, back to that two-time Cy Young award-winning form. What do you guys want to see from him just to start this game and to get things going early, Jerry?
I think really establish that fastball. I think that is the #1 pitch. Anytime a pitcher, and D-Trey knows this, when you're establishing that fastball, now that makes his elite secondary pitches even more elite. Establish that fastball, especially in on right-handed batters, and then use that combo. You know I love the combo, especially his. Has that screwball-like action as well. Has those two pitches working. He's going to be tough.
You know what I haven't seen from him yet? That mound presence, that energy, that fight. You know what I mean? I think you're going to see that today. That's going to cause aggression. He's going to go out there and throw that fastball. I think the uptick in velocity, we might see triple digits on this nice sunny day, but I agree with you. The secondaries have to land, but I want him to be able to get some outs early just with the fastball so then he can save that secondary for the second time through the lineup as well.
The hope is that he can get back on track, pick up his first win as a Dodger here at Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. But it's not just him. The hope is the offense can get going as well. First pitch is coming up. Let's go inside to Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser. Guys, take it away.
All right, Kirsten, on a beautiful Sunday for baseball here in Los Angeles, the Dodgers and the Brewers wrap up this 4-game series. And it'll be Tarik Skubal taking the ball. His third start as a Dodger. Second one here in L.A. was not at its best on Monday night. Starting this homestand, now he'll finish it as the Dodgers try to salvage a series split. Welcome inside. Hope you're having a great weekend. Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser. The Dodgers have dropped 10 of their last 15 games. The offense has not really been there. The bullpen has had its issues. Still, with all of that, they have a chance today to draw within a game of the best record in the league.
They'll steer near the top, but they're not on the top. And 2 bad weeks in August, yeah, we can turn the page on those. They've got to figure out why, and they got to fix it.
We've talked about it. Of course, you'd love the 1 seed. The big one to look at, though, is that 2 seed. The top 2 teams are going to get buys. The Braves already won today, and so the Dodgers find themselves tied for the 2 seed.
Yeah, October relevance in August, dog days of August, but really, when you look at the value of these games, they're very, very important.
Let's go down to the field now. Here's David Vassay.
Joe, you're not the only one aware about the standings and the tiebreaker of this season series and the implications of having home field advantage during the postseason. The players that I spoke to are aware, but they told me we can't try any harder. All we can do is prepare the best we can and play the best we can. Nothing changes today, but they are aware.
All right, Dave, as they get ready to wrap up this series, and it's going to be Tarik Skubal for the Dodgers.
You know, he is a Dodger, but he's still kind of waiting for that Dodger moment. Hopefully a standing ovation coming off the mound in the 6th or 7th inning and get himself his first Dodger W. On the other side, a youngster that's still a Brewer because they wouldn't trade him to get Skubal. So quite a matchup here today, Joe.
All right, as these teams wrap up this 4-game series, the Dodgers and the Brewers on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. We've got first pitch coming up on Sportsnet LA.
Hey, the Brewers lead the Dodgers by 2 games in the National League standings, but a win today would move the Dodgers just 1 game behind. And more importantly, the season series is tied currently at 3 wins apiece. So the winner today also wins the season series and the tiebreaker. So there's obviously a lot at stake, guys. Dontrell, how important is this game truly for the Dodgers to win?
This game is important, but really getting the offense going, especially since July 31st, they're averaging just 3 runs a game. This offense is way better than that. So I want to see them get some confidence against a team they might see when the chips are down. It's not just against the Colorado Rockies. I want to see them get their offense and flex their muscle against a team that they're going to run into.
It is hot in that field. I was down there about an hour and a half ago. Ball should be flying today. So hopefully this offense take care of what they need to take care of, get runs early and often, and give the ball and give a lead to you-know-who, Tarik Skubal, 2-time Cy Young Award winner. I know he knows how to pitch with a lead.
It was almost like yesterday the Brewers when they just beat the Dodgers at their own game, out homering them, and the pitching was excellent. So today it's time to turn the tides for the Dodgers to get back on track and give the run support to Tarek Skubal. First pitch is coming up next.
Back-to-back world champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. saving you big with a $5.99 maxed out double stack spicy chicken sandwich, the new Spicy Chicken Max. And by your local Kia dealers. Visit Kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Deadline inspired for the Dodgers with Tarek Skubal getting acquired from the Tigers. One of the top pitchers in baseball the last few seasons. Transformed himself while he was away after arm surgery. Came back a different guy. Second in baseball the last 2+ seasons with a 2.44 ERA. And he's a family man. His wife Jessica and their sons Casey and Clay getting to see Daddy before first pitch. It'll be Tarek's third start as a Dodger. 2 runs over 6 innings at Wrigley Field in his Dodger debut, and then in his Dodger Stadium debut on Monday, 3 runs over 5 innings. Okay, but not up to Tarek Skubal's standards yet.
Yeah, after this start, you hope you can say that was Tarek Skubal. He is looking for his first Dodger victory. He's looking for fastball command to really turn around what we've seen so far in the Dodger uniform. And once he gets the fastball command, we know the changeup is elite. But when you look at what's gone on here in the 2 starts, you see the 7 hits against the hard stuff. But the changeup has yet to be put in play for a hit.
That's a pitch that Skubal's known for. One of the best changeups in the game. On the line that he had on Monday, you mentioned the lack of command. He needed 95 pitches to go those 5 innings. Only had 1 2 3 inning. And he admitted it. He's been very honest so far. He said that game at Wrigley Field felt like a second debut. And then he said that was special for him Monday as well. And yeah, the nerves probably ran a little bit higher than I'm used to. Yeah, lineup that he'll face off with has William Contreras at the top of it. First time in his career he's hit leadoff. Luis Lara and Jackson Chourio 2 and 3. Jake Bowers, Andrew Vaughn, and Gary Sanchez. Brandon Lockridge, his first start of the series with Joey Ortiz at short and Jonathan Ornelas, just acquired yesterday. Back-to-back starts at second base for Pat Murphy's team. What were you going to say, though, Oral?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm just excited. I got nerves, too.
Jeez, you've been doing this for a while. Hey, you know, once you stop having nerves, that means you're done. Strike 1 on William Contreras.
They didn't bring him here for an August 16th win, but one would feel really good. They brought him here because of October.
Dodgers finishing off a homestand with their 4-2, 74-50 overall this year. Contreras rolls a base hit into center field to lead this game off. His Brewers finishing off a trip where they're 2-4. They got swept in San Diego, taking 2 of the first 3 games here.
Yeah, not many nights and days that you root for the Padres, but that was a time when we did, when they were playing those Brewers, and they did the job on them.
And Milwaukee leading Tampa Bay a game and a half for the best record in the majors. They're leading the Centrals up to 4 over the Cubs. They're going to play 7 times in a 10-day span coming up here in a couple weeks. Luis Lara fouls off the first pitch. It's 5-4 on Thursday night, a game that swung in the 9th inning. The Dodgers had a 4-2 lead. The Brewers found some life with that offense, strung together 5 singles to win at 5-4. Dodgers bounced back behind Yamamoto Friday night with a 3-1 win, but then Jacob Mizorowski, as advertised yesterday, 3-1 Milwaukee.
What Milwaukee has done in this series is stringing those hits together. It's something the Dodgers have not done. They've been able to create traffic, but just not have really good at bats with traffic on.
Well, they saw it against Mizorowski in the 5th inning yesterday, right? They loaded the bases with 3 straight singles from the bottom of the order. Mizorowski, though, then strikes out Ohtani and Freeman. 0-2 on Lara. Skubal to the plate. And a pop-up on a changeup into center field for Andy Pages. Brewers coming out aggressive. They've swung at all 5 pitches.
It's amazing as many changeups as he throws, and the hitters know it's coming, but it's still deceptive. It has to do with the delivery, and it has to do with the timing that he disrupts.
Tried a million different grips on that pitch. He's always had a changeup, but it never was his dynamite pitch like it is now, and finally found one that he really likes when he's coming back from that arm surgery. So many different things that he changed about himself, returning, ripping a foul back from Chourio.
Love that he threw a first pitch fastball strike. The other two outings, they were kind of scud missiles. They were high to the arm side. They were pulled. If he can get ahead of hitters with the heater, the changeup just becomes even more dynamic.
That's the pitch that the Brewers hit when they faced Skubal earlier this season. They scored 4 runs against him back in April. That's the most runs that Skubal's given up in a game this year. And very clearly their plan today is to be aggressive. It's the first take out of his first 7 pitches. They're 29 years of age out of Kingman, Arizona. Home of the 1-1 pitch, and gets a swing and a miss on Chourio. We don't talk much about the breaking stuff, but the league hitting just 174 against that bucket of pitches.
That slider had a second gear. That was well done. Good bite.
Back to the change. Chourio took it.
It's one thing to use that changeup when you're ahead. It's another thing when he's used it to get back into counts. Both are great weapons, but when it's ahead, that's when you get that swing and miss.
Contreras at first, 1 away in this first inning. Hooked down the left field line towards the corner. It's got a chance, and it is just foul.
Whew. A heart stopper. Just hooked enough when it lost its velocity, but when it left the bat and at least 3/4 of the way down the line, you're worried that it's 2-0 Brewers.
Dead last in the majors in home runs, and we're talking about them stringing together hits to win the game on Thursday. Yesterday, all 4 runs coming off home runs. They had 2 two-run shots to win that game. That one whispers by the pole, that close to becoming a 3rd home run in the last 24 hours.
Well, if you're that far out in front of a fastball, boy, you throw him another fastball, you're going to put it in a hard place to hit and keep fair, so way in, or you're going change up low and away.
It was the change, low and away, swing and a miss, strike 3.
He's starting to bat early. That's how he pulls the fastball foul. So what do? You pull the string. And he had a nice little fading action on that too.
If Skubal and the Dodgers get 7 strikeouts in this game, everybody gets that free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with the purchase of a large drink at LA area Jack in the Box restaurants as the Dodgers head off to Denver to take on the Rockies. Bowers slaps a base hit through the left side and promptly extends his on-base streak to 19 games.
The aggressiveness of the Brewers continues. First pitch, just swatting at it and finding a hole.
Can that be jarring as a pitcher to have a team come out this aggressive?
Well, if you have good fastball command or command of 1 or 2 of your pitches, it can be like really easy. When Clayton Kershaw used to be on the mound and throwing all the strikes that he would do, remember we talk about a hot knife through butter, because it's either going to be they make an out quickly or maybe they get a hit, but still, if they put it back in play in the next batter, it's a double play. He can get out of this quickly.
Let's get Andrew Vaughn coming up here, who's the best hitter in the National League against left-handed pitching. Swings and misses ahead of a first pitch changeup. Skubal is actually much better against righties than he is lefties. That's a result of that changeup, which he uses much more frequently against right-handed hitters. And he's going to face 8 righties today. Doubles up on the change. Looked like that one cut a little bit.
Because he's looking for confidence, because he's looking for that really good first Dodger outing, he's going to stick with what his best is.
In on him, pop up, shallow right. Edmonds says that he has it spotted. So does Tucker. And a scoreless top of the first for Skubal. Brewers make him work, but he puts up a 0. There's Ohtani, Freeman, and Pages at the top of the order. Max Muncy bats cleanup. Mookie Betts at short. Kyle Tucker's back in the lineup in right field, hitting 6th with Tommy Edman at 2nd. Teoscar Hernandez in left, and Ben Rortvedt doing the catching for Scuba today. Against the 24-year-old Logan Henderson, who at 11 starts this season. Orl is 6-2 with a 288.
Kind of the same combination of pitches that Skubal throws. We're going to throw him with the right arm, the fastball changeup are his foundation pitches. He'll also throw the cutter in there. The hard stuff is what also gets hit. You see that 190 against the changeup. He's going to lean on that four-seamer and changeup right away, and he's going to throw a lot of strikes.
Ohtani leads off and takes a strike. Yeah, the underlying numbers support everything that Henderson has shown with those surface level numbers, not just the wins and the ERA, but only Jacob Misiorowski has a higher strikeout rate. Nobody's got a lower walk rate. So you can understand why the Brewers were hesitant to put him in any deal at the deadline. And one of the big trades that he was talked about in was the Tarek Skubal discussion, because the Brewers were right there eager to get Skubal, try and push them over the top in the National League. Tigers wanted Henderson though, and they said no.
So they got River Ryan.
Dodgers face Henderson back in May. Gave up just 2 hits in that game, 5 scoreless innings. A little bit outside on Ohtani for ball 3.
It's a really good matchup, I think, for Ohtani. He loves to start the bat early and look for a power swing, and with a guy that throws strikes, that fits nicely.
Here's a 3-1. Ohtani fouls it back. Had a pitch to hammer right there, didn't he?
He did. Slightly up for him, but he can handle it. A lot of times the high ball he will hit to the opposite field, left center, and the low pitch he will turn on and hit it to right field.
That's the one though for Logan Henderson, and Logan will say to you, I don't even really get it. You know, low 90s and guys just don't hit it, but that low arm slot, low release point accentuates how it feels like it's rising to the hitter. Ground ball sharply through the right side, and a leadoff hit for Ohtani on that fastball.
Low fastball pulled up, usually to left center. His flight pattern a little bit different than somebody like Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman, but it all depends on the location of the pitch. He has a tendency, of course, to turn on the inside pitch, but also the low pitch.
It's all a good start for an offense trying to get things going. Up comes Freddie Freeman. Freddie was 0 for 4 yesterday. Is now 5 for his last 29. It was the singles that were keeping things going, but even those have dried up a little bit lately. Does not have an extra base hit in his last 17 games. Back to July 26th, the first road trip of the second half.
It's one of the longest droughts for extra base hits in his career, if not the longest.
It's the longest streak for a Dodger of nothing but singles since James Loney 15 years ago.
Singles and traffic have been no problem for this offense. It's been driven by mostly the ball leaving the ballpark. They need to get some more extra base hits and damage after the singles.
Dodgers have dropped 10 of their last 15 games in an offense loaded with stars, averaging just a little over 3 per game. Ohtani at first with a leadoff single. 1-1 pitch from Henderson to Freeman. Down and away, ball 2. And then there's the domino effect that we've talked about throughout this homestand, but that puts more pressure on the bullpen, which has drawn a lot of the criticism in this 5-10 stretch, this below 500 stretch since early July. But it's all shared and it's all related. Slices a fly ball to left. Chourio. Here comes Andy Pages, who has sandwiched that 3-hit game on Friday with a couple hitless games. First one from Henderson. On the outside corner for a strike. Henderson and Skubal related in a couple ways. You're talking about it with the arsenal. Fastball changeup heavy. We mentioned how they were linked at the deadline. And similar career paths where neither guy was a big time prospect coming out. Went away with an injury and came back transformed. In the case of Henderson, it happened before he even got to the major leagues. He was drafted out of a junior college, 4th round pick, not a big prospect, injury issues. Then he shows up in 2024 and they're like, this guy's looking different, and won their minor league pitcher of the year. They say thanks to an openness and eagerness to learn and to improve. Growth mindset. Similar to what people around Tarik Skubal have always talked about. Made it to the majors last year. Dazzled in 5 games, but then arm issues again. It was shut down for the last couple months. Baez caught out on strikes. 2 away.
He dotted that outside corner 2 pitches in a row. Look at that ball come back. 94 miles an hour with great movement. When the hitter's eyes read that ball, it is a ball, but that late movement clips the corner.
So similar patterns for these teams in the first inning. Leadoff hits and then back-to-back outs. Max Muncy climbs in and looks at a ball. 2 for 8 in this series for Muncy. Home run and a double. Couple Texas guys. Henderson out of the Houston area. Let's go of a 1-0 pitch. And a dancing changeup right there. Not hard to see. The Brewers were not interested in parting with this guy.
He threw that ball, and to Max Muncy, it probably felt like it backed up. He was so far out front of it. Bugs Bunny-like.
Logan said that he went up to the GM Matt Arnold when the deadline had come and passed and thanked him. I'm still a Brewer, and I'm really glad that I am.
It's got to be an emotional roller coaster for guys like Andrew Friedman, general managers, presidents of baseball ops, because they have players that they fall in love with, that make the team, want them on the team, and then all of a sudden you get to the trade deadline and people are asking for them.
That's such a tricky thing for a franchise like Milwaukee, where, yeah, you love the idea of going for it. You get the most wins in the majors, but you don't sustain the way they have, 7 postseason trips in 8 years, if you don't hold your water and a lot of times hold on to your prospects. But you also may not win it, and they haven't. Muncy's down swinging, and back-to-back Ks for Henderson to finish off this first.
Fans, vote for Cookies and Cream Cold Brew. Fill in your Ballpark Bites bracket for a chance to win tickets to try these bites in stadium. Vote at MLB.com/bracket.
Sounds good.
That was a new one for me. That's the first time reading that. I was starting to lick my lips. I was like,
I love you, but I meant the Cookies and Cream Cold Brew, not your read.
Oh,
that sounded good.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
To the second we go. Gary Sanchez taking a changeup from Tarik Skubal. Yeah, it is new. First inning, they swung at everything. 15 pitches, 12 swings. And now Sanchez, who started at first base. First couple of games of this series, gets his first start at his old position of catcher today. 33 years of age. This is the best he's been since early on in his career with the Yankees, when he was an all-star twice in his first 3 full years. He's been a good leader for him. The other day in San Diego, he had a home run 1 game, pitched an inning the next, and proclaimed himself the Brewers' Shohei Ohtani afterwards.
It's a day to keep the ball out of the air because of the heat, and also there's some wind blowing out the center and left center.
Carried pretty well yesterday.
It'd be a good day to be a ground ball machine.
Skubal rocks and fires the 2-2. And a nice changeup right there. Drops off at the table for strike 3.
Well, it's not a ground ball. It's just a little bit better than that. With Tarek, you know, we haven't seen the outstanding Skubal yet, but he has pitched in some bad luck. So far since joining the Dodgers coming into this game, only given up a batting average of 200. There has been some swing and miss. It's just really the counts because of the fastball command that haven't led to his dominance.
Brandon Lockridge taking high for a ball. And then the other thing is the walks, which kind of goes in the same hand as that lack of command you're talking about. This is the guy with the lowest walk rate in the league, but he's issued 2 in both starts, and he's also given up a home run in both starts since coming over. 2-0 on Lockridge.
Command, you can win the game. Stuff, you can win the game. But it's both edgy if you only have one or the other. If you have both, for Tarek, it would be dominant.
How about coming to a new mound? Can that take some time to get used to?
A little bit, but it's not as much usually about the mound as it is the vision. What's going on behind home plate, the distance from the catcher to the backstop. A place like Wrigley, it's asymmetrical. You look in and like the farthest point is off to your right and the closer points are on your left side. We used to see Clayton and other pitchers when they go to the away parks, if they were pitching that first game or even a second or third during batting practice, or they'd come out and stand on the mound and look in for a while, maybe do a couple mock deliveries, run off the mound just a little bit like they were fielding a bunt and then turning and seeing where first base is. You just don't want to be surprised. You got to prepare your eyes.
Payoff to Lockridge. Lost him. First walk. So man aboard for Joey Ortiz, who homered yesterday, has knocked in a run in all 3 games in this series, and since early July, a career about 200 hitter, top hitter in the league, hitting .345 and leading the league in OPS.
There's this thing called the batting order, and people get into the batter's box, and the guys that you don't respect, we just call them batters. The rest of them are called hitters. Those are the good ones. And he's turned himself into a hitter right now.
Got him in the Corbin Burns trade a few years ago. Yeah, was their starting shortstop for a couple of years, and then they signed Cooper Pratt to the long-term contract before Pratt even gets to the major leagues. Had to sit down and talk to him about, hey, clearly you see as well as anybody you're not the guy anymore, but you're still one of our guys. We still want you to be a valuable piece of this, as long as you're open to moving around a little bit, having a different role. And talking to Pat Murphy about it, he's become one of Pat Murphy's favorite guys. The level of buy-in in what is not an easy situation, not just to buy in, but to then thrive in that new role. He's from around here, from near Anaheim, Garden Grove. Went to Pacifica High School. Starred for the Mariners. Lockridge at first, good speed. Runs. Punch down the line, foul.
The base runner at first thinks there's a slow leg kick. A lot of times they just go on first move, because even if the lefty picks them off, you still have to have a great exchange between pitcher, first baseman, and shortstop to get a fast runner. So you can steal the bag on a pickoff just as well as stealing it on the catcher.
Not running this time. Ortiz swings and misses at a high sinker.
Well, he's established he's going to get him out with the changeup, but right there he shifts gears and beats him with the fastball.
Third strikeout, 4 away from Jumbo Jacks for Skubal and the Dodgers, and for all of you at home. Lockridge at first, 2 out, and here's the 9-hitter Jonathan Ornelas. Swinging and missing at that same location on a different version of the fastball, the 4-seam. Oh, 2. Ornelas in his Milwaukee debut yesterday was 0 for 3. Came over from Sacramento. He had just been traded to Sacramento by the Yankees, where he spent most of this season in AAA. I don't know, 2 from Skubal. Ornelas corks a line drive, base hit to left center. And Lockridge going first to third, using his speed. Even with the ball in front of him right there, chugging along, and the Brewers are at the corners for the top of the order.
Ball's just elevated, makes it easier to get it to the outfield grass.
Milwaukee doing it again with 2 outs after the 2-out home runs yesterday. 2-out singles in both innings against Skubal, and in this case it gets Contreras a chance at the top of the order.
Swinging early.
Snapped an 0 for 20 yesterday with a 2 for 2 game, and he singled to start this game. Hitting leadoff for the first time in his 7 years in the majors.
Base clogger. This is the reason he is hitting leadoff, that if the table ends up being set or he ends up being the table setter, get him more at bats.
Get your best hitters up there as many times as you can, and they want to kind of will him back, wish him back into being one of their best hitters. Usually is as an all-star, but since late June, fallen off a cliff prior to this recent little burst this last 24 hours.
These are some tense pitches for Tarik Skubal. He wants to get off to a really good start and finally have a good Dodger outing.
It's ball 3. Lara's on deck.
You can have nerves before the game. You can have nerves as you're warming up a little bit, but they kind of go away. The nerves come back in these kind of situations, this context. I love the fact that he admits to the nerves and the energy and the adrenaline, but he can still find finesse with his #1 pitch.
Two on, 2 out here in the second. Here's a payoff from Skubal. Contreras lofts a fly ball down the left field line. Long runs for everybody involved. Who's it going to be? Nobody. Falls in no man's land.
What I'm watching here is everybody's speed and who is the most confident they can get there. But everybody seems to figure it out early that nobody's going to get there. The captain on that plays the left fielder, and he wasn't going to get there. Teo was not going to get there at all.
Walk from Lockridge. He's at third. Single from Ornelas. He's at first. And another payoff pitch here. Fouls it off.
Glad to get that one back. It was a good hack on a decent pitch, but not a perfect pitch.
Eighth one of this at bat to Contreras.
Change up away after that big hack with the front shoulder flying open.
43rd pitch of the first 2 innings. There it was, and it was taken for ball 4 to load the bases.
It was a great at bat from a veteran hitter.
Let's get a word from Jack in the box.
Don't get FOMO. Get my Philly style bonus Jack combos and new Philly Munchie Meal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
This is now 12 base runners and Skubal's 7 innings on this homestand.
And this is the situation that we have seen Milwaukee capitalize on. When they get traffic, they've been driving people in. When the Dodgers have gotten traffic in this series, a lot less times they've driven them in.
Quick visit from Mark Pryor. 28 pitches in the second inning alone for Skubal. Strikeout, walk, strikeout to start the inning, but then back-to-back 2-out base runners. And Luis Lara, 21-year-old, a little more than a month in the major leagues, goes up to the plate in a big spot early in this game. Lara's got a hit in both games that he's played in this weekend. Swings and misses at Skubal's first pitch.
First time around the order, they were very aggressive right there. They're feasting on that aggressiveness with a first pitch changeup. Another one that wasn't in the zone.
Attacks the zone right here. Dribbled it along third. That'll stay foul. And it's 0-2.
Well, only 4 of the 17 changeups he's thrown have ended up in the zone. He's getting a chase when it's effective. He's striking it over 50% of the time, and here he's gone changeup out of the zone, fastball for that foul ball. Does he go right back to the chase changeup, which in his mind and in his hand as far as feel, it's got to feel like his best pitch.
It's a 30-pitch inning for Skubal. Chance to put up a 0 despite that. Here he comes, and a bouncing ball past him won't be easy. Betts will go the short way, and Edman can't hang on. Lockridge in to score, 1-0 Brewers.
I'm interested to see the replay right here. Mookie decides to shuffle it to second. He could have went to first, but also let's see what Tommy and why he drops this ball.
Little glance to first right before the ball came, and it was as if he was caught off guard.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to watch the ball go to first. Was not completely ready for the ball to come to him.
That's a couple ones where you got to be frustrated if you're a pitcher. That fly ball that lands in foul ground, and then that routine ground ball turns into an error on Edman, and the first run of the game. And these are the kinds of things that have peppered this 5-10 stretch, leading Dave Roberts to call this an uncharacteristic stretch, unrecognizable stretch. Churio sends one in the air to center field, and even on a day where the ball's carrying well, this only reaches the edge of the track. Pages puts it away and ends the inning. Brewers stretch one across.
Sun just playing tricks. It got Mookie Betts on that foul ball that could have been the last out last inning. Instead, Milwaukee gets to put one in play. Mookie flips it, and I think that Tommy might have been thinking Mookie's going to first. Mookie's thinking batter runner really fast. I'll go to second.
And it's Betts to lead off this second inning, taking a strike from Henderson. Think the air belongs on Edman there?
Wow. Yeah, I guess so, because if he catches it, he's out. You know what, I think Tommy was a little assuming that Mookie would just continue his momentum across the field, and if he doesn't pull up, he's going to be beyond second base, and it's going to be a backwards toss to him, but Mookie goes into the chop step and stays kind of equal with the bag and decides to go there. Not a combination that has worked a lot together yet. but they will both tell you they should have recorded an out.
And our bets at the plate to open up the bottom of the second inning. 6 out of 11 against the Royals to open this homestand. Just 1 of 9 against Milwaukee. Quickly down 0-2 and sends a line drive the other way for a leadoff base hit. Soft line drive, but a line drive and a hit nonetheless.
Up fastball on the barrel, but not solidly on the barrel, and you're kind of glad. It would have been out if he hit it harder.
Leadoff man on again. They had leadoff man on last inning, then went 1-2-3. And here's Kyle Tucker after getting the day off yesterday, following an 0 for 16 opening to this homestand. 0 for 16 on this homestand, 5 of his last 50 at Dodger Stadium. Talking with people, it doesn't seem that it's about seeing the ball here versus not. He always hit well here as a visiting player, above 300 OPS, around 1,000 here. Spent himself on the road, but the line at home would make him the worst hitter in the National League.
It's below 200 batting average here. About 275 or so on the road, and that makes up that 234 when you drop down into the 190s at home.
Normally it's not something that's worth diving into too much, the home road split stuff, but this is something that even Dave Roberts has been talking about lately. And a lot more questions across the different media members. Nobody really seems to have firm idea.
We can go to specifics about this Dodger offense and why it's not firing on all cylinders, but the biggest view for me and context is we used to have an offense where it didn't matter where you put a hitter and they were going to succeed. Now they're searching for what lineup to use and how's it going to fire on all cylinders. I mean, we got Mookie Betts near the bottom. We got Tucker near the bottom. We got Teoscar hitting 8th. And then the next day you'll see it flip around again. And they are really working hard to find the right matchups instead of having just a whole bunch of great hitters that are pretty hot and you can put them anywhere.
Tucker loops his fly ball to right center field. Lockridge battling the sun to put it away. For a lot of the season, Freddie Freeman has been the most consistent guy. He's tailed off lately, 5 for his last 30. Max Muncy would be at the top of that list. Muncy's below 200 the last month. Ohtani's had the extra base hits lately, but average is down. Tommy Edman, after a hot start, has tailed off. Just one of those stretches here the last few weeks. And I guess we're getting into a different conversation than home versus road here, but one of those stretches where everybody's struggling together. This is on the ground for a 4-6-3 double play. They'll send this game to the 3rd. Back-to-back world champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Southern California Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. It's the Brewers 1, the Dodgers nothing to the top of the 3rd. 8-9-1 or 4-5-6 coming up here for the Brewers. It's Jake Bauers to lead off. And it takes one down the middle from Skubal for a strike. Grounded a base hit, the first one that he saw back in the first inning. Extended his on-base streak to 19 games. He's 2 for 2. Jake Bauers came into this year with a 670 career OPS. He's above 870 this year in his 7th season with his 7th different organization. Said it's the first time in his life that it's not been all about mechanics. Clear-minded, see the ball, try to hit the ball. And he was the guy before that would get really tied up in his mechanics and then couldn't turn it off, and it was becoming all-consuming for him to the point where he'd wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat and go and practice his swing in front of the mirror, tiptoe his way to the bathroom so he didn't wake up his wife and kids. He said if you look at, we got a challenge coming here, ABS powered by T-Mobile. And an overturn. He said he tried to look at it differently, take a step back, and okay, I kind of just got to like loosen my grip here, or I'm going to drive myself out of this game. So made a commitment to shifting that mindset this year. He said, for the first time, I don't have my whole identity wrapped up in who I am at the plate, what my numbers say I am as a hitter. I'm a dad, I'm a husband. Focusing on that side of it has opened me up to be better as a hitter, as a player. Andrew Vaughn. Two and one. Bowers out of Marina High School. Says it's the most fun he's had since he was playing there. He finished his high school career on this field. Championship game against Harvard Westlake, and Jack Flaherty 1-0. Harvard Westlake won that game. Complete game from Flaherty, and he knocked in the only run. Flaherty did. Andrew Vaughn on 2-1. Grounds one to short for Betts, and they will turn two, return the favor.
Six, 4, 3. Change up, low and away, roll over. Mookie does a solid job feeding it to Tommy. Tommy gets it to Freddie easy.
So the base is wiped clean, 2 out, and Gary Sanchez tried to hit it a mile.
Another swing. Oh my gosh, Milwaukee swung at about 60% of the pitches he's thrown. Very few, rarely do they have a called strike that they take. If it's near the strike zone, they are hacking.
There you go again. Down the line, Tucker and Freeman. Freddie Freeman over the shoulder. Wow.
With the wind blowing out and the ball carrying, the outfielders are playing deep. They're not getting to much. Mookie lost one in the sun. Freddie catches this one. The first 40,000 fans on August 23rd will take home an exclusive pair of Uniqlo sunglasses presented by, you guessed it, Uniqlo. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
What a day here in Los Angeles. Temperature in the low 80s. Dodgers and Brewers on a Sunday afternoon. 1-0 Milwaukee. Joe Davis, or Hershiser, David Vassay, and for Kirsten today. Running the second for the Brewers on a 2-out air. Teoscar Hernandez starts the last of the third for LA against Logan Henderson. With the leadoff man on both innings against the youngster, but nothing doing after that. 1-2-3 in the first, 1-2-3 in the second with a double play ball. Hernandez, who's got a hit in all 3 games in this series, cuts and misses at that cutter. Back to the conversation we're having about the offense trying to get it going, and so many guys slumping together. For Hernandez, that's been pretty much since coming back in late June. And Dave Roberts has said it. We don't want to hit him down here. We want to have him as the 8 hitter. The best version of this lineup has him hitting up near the top of it. Chases badly right there.
That is the Achilles heel area, but it was really tough on the pitch selection for him to swing it. That was never a strike. That just is a glaring example of his struggles.
Up comes Ben Rortvedt, Verona, Wisconsin native. It's a fly ball to center field for Lara. And retired quickly, 2 gone in the third. See that? Ben grew up a Brewers fan. Prince Fielder was his guy. Up comes Ohtani. 1-0, 2 gone here in the third. Single to open the ball game, and was stranded right there. Dodgers only 1 run the last 2 days, and he knocked it in with a triple yesterday. Said earlier, it's a good matchup for him. He singled his first time, got a low fastball, pulled it through the right side.
When you have a power hitter and you're a strike thrower, you have to make good pitches right away because they're going to cheat into their power swing. They don't care if they swing and miss, because if I swing and miss at 2, but the third one I get, you're in trouble. And especially because it's mainly fastball changeup. So if you can be on time for the changeup and still be in there for the fastball, it's a really tough equation for a pitcher. But it can happen quick as an out, and it can happen quick as a home run. Big situation, man on third, less than 2 outs. I'd rather have the home run hitter. I'll get this, look for the swing and miss, but I don't want to see the singles guys up there. The contact guys, you don't want to see them up there when you need a strikeout or a pop-up. You want to see the big guy like Ohtani and go, okay, we're going to go all or nothing.
On a 2-2 from Henderson. Ohtani swings and misses, chases a change way off. Well, Tommy John passed away yesterday. Legendary name, Tommy John. It wasn't just the fact that he had the first surgery that became his namesake surgery, but 26 years as a pitcher. Only Nolan Ryan in the modern era had a longer major league career. Tommy pitched until he was 46 years old. More than half his career came after the operation. He passed away yesterday at the age of 83.
He was a lot of fun to talk to about pitching. Lived out in Orange County. Of course, we didn't really cross paths other than relating to a veteran who pitched so long and who was on other teams, but got to see him every once in a while at the stadium here in different times. One of the best sinkers that you will ever see. And then the early version of what people call now a sweeper. But for him, it was a curveball.
They'll pop up off of the bat of Brandon Lockridge into right field. Kyle Tucker is there for the first out of the fourth. Derek Skubal getting his day back on track last inning with an 8-pitch third. Much needed after a 30-some pitch second.
He's getting ahead today. Way better fastball command coming into this inning. 13 for 15 as far as first pitch strikes.
Here's Joey Ortiz. Jumps on the first pitch and fouls it off. Well, Dave Roberts was talking about getting to know Tarik Skubal as a person the last couple weeks. Dave said it's been a short period of time, obviously, but I feel like I got a pretty good gut. And he said this guy is different. Said the mind, the way he works his body, focus, humility. He said all those things, you put him together. He says he feels like Tarik Skubal after a few weeks of knowing him is different, special in every way. He gets a chase on this changeup to strike out Ortiz for the second time today.
They're swinging and he's throwing it, and they're not getting many called strikes, but they are swinging and missing. You know, the inning they get the run with the error with bases loaded, Tarik will tell you, well, that was my fault. I set the table for free for him with 2 walks.
Trying to get it done here with 2 outs. Ornelas takes strike 1. Ornelas had a single with 2 outs in the second. All 5 runs from Milwaukee the last couple days have come with 2 outs. Those ones hurt a little more.
They sure do.
2 outs and 2 strikes, and the Brewers thorny in both those.
And that's that contact mentality of them.
Offered to change up, and it's 1-2.
They're very aggressive, but then once they get to 2 strikes, they're very much, if I'm swinging, I'm trying to make contact. We saw Shohei wave at the changeup. We saw Teo wave at the slider away. You're not going to see that much from Milwaukee. They're not going to go for the all or nothing. It's not even their game, right? They're not a home run hitting club. They're the pesky, grind it out, run the bases, take the extra base, put the pressure on you, capitalize on your mistakes.
And first, know thyself. Don't try to be what you're not. Chopper to Muncy, plays it aggressively. Then after 5 base runners against Scuba the first 2 innings, he's faced the minimum the last 2.
Be one of the first 40,000 fans on August 21st and take home this exclusive Luka Doncic bobblehead. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
Brewers got a run in the 2nd inning. Dodgers still looking for their first. They've got the right guys coming up here. Freeman, Pages, Muncy against Logan Henderson, who's in there with strike 1. We got the right guy too. Hi, Dave Vasse.
Hey, Joe. Yeah, Freddie Freeman back in the starting lineup for the 2nd straight day after Thursday night falling down those stairs in the visitors' dugout. He texted Dave Roberts on Friday and said, yeah, you know what? I'm good. I can play. But it was a scheduled day off. There it is. He said he was very lucky that he landed on that flat area there, or he could have really hurt his head. He just felt sore from head to toe, and Thomas Albert, the Dodgers trainer, said, hey, do we need to get x-rays? And Freddie's like, on my whole body?
Line drive slapped to left field and caught by Chourio. Thomas said, well, we can do that. We do have the technology to do so. I mean, they got like a full-fledged high-tech hospital down there.
And Freddie does not give up on any foul ball. He really doesn't think about his body, and this was the one he made today, which you really think the right fielder's gonna, but Tucker was so deep he couldn't get there, and Freddie made the over-the-shoulder Willie Mays catch.
Made it look easy. Pages here with 1 gone. Willie started doing the basket catch, became habit when he was playing on military bases, trying to entertain the troops and get spirits up. It was a way to make everybody laugh and smile. And he got so good at it that it became his trademark as he got to the major leagues. A lot of chase for Logan Henderson today. Struck out 4. He's given up just 2 singles, not walked anybody. Cue shot, race to the bag. Henderson wins it. 17th major league start for the youngster from Houston, and trying to get to 10-2 with an ERA below 2.5.
He's been very impressive today. He just attacks the strike zone, changes speeds, done a nice job establishing the right outside corner to right-handed hitters, and then moving the ball in different directions off that corner.
That ERA coming into the day right there, 2.53 since the start of last season. Just a tick better than Yamamoto. He's retired 7 straight. Muncy struck out in a devilish changeup his first time.
Time's such a big equation in that Skubal trade as far as him being in it or not. Time of control, the time of control plus the salary. Abilities in their mind might be approximately the same. Skubal only being with you until he hits free agency.
ABS powered by T-Mobile here with a challenge from Sanchez. Takes the L on that one, and the Brewers are down to 1 challenge.
That's large when you start getting over 1.5 inches to 2 inches.
He had one like that at the plate yesterday. Pat Murphy, not the kind of guy. He's a no-nonsense kind of guy with that stuff. Not the kind of guy that's going to take that. Fly ball deep to the right field corner. Lockridge going back. So is the ball, and the game is tied. Max Muncy does it again. Tied at 1 here in the 4th. It's another significant home run for Muncy.
In some ways, he's not as hot as his production, but he feels like he is super hot because his hits are huge. A double and 2 home runs in this series. 3 hits, but wow, have they been significant.
That's kind of the story throughout the second half. Not many hits, but almost all of them have counted for something. He's had 5 go-ahead home runs since the All-Star break. You had that one in there. He put that kind of in the same bucket. 6 of his 7 home runs since the break, either go-ahead or game-tying home runs.
I think he's looking up here at Joe.
Yeah, make sure you get this right, Joe. These are some cool stats. Betts pops it up to short. Test those shades of Ortiz. And ends the 4th. Dodgers tie it on a Max Muncy long ball. Back-to-back world champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Dodgers have tied the game on a Max Muncy home run. It's like so many times these last few weeks we've been talking about him giving the swing that matters most. And in this game, that's the case. Top of the 5th, top of the order. William Contreras against Tarik Skubal. Fastball to the bottom of the zone, strike 1, and down to David Vassegh.
Joe, since 2018, Max Muncy has come up clutch for the Dodgers, but today marks exactly 10 years of Major League service time. He's aware of it. I'm sure that home run meant a little extra special considering how appreciative he is of the opportunity the Dodgers gave him during the spring of 2018 when he thought his baseball life was over. The rest is history.
Talked about it the other day, but he figured once he did get that chance in the majors, it was short term. Pop fly down the right field line. Tucker, shades glisten, puts it away to get Contreras. He thought as soon as Justin Turner was healthy, even Logan Forsythe, that was going to be it for him. But Muncy did enough to prove himself while those guys were out. Classic case of making the most of your opportunity. And when Justin Turner was ready to come back, they moved Cody Bellinger to the outfield to open up a spot for Max Muncy. Bellinger was coming off winning Rookie of the Year.
He earned his gold card. It is a metal card that you can carry in your wallet, and you can show up to any major league team, any game, and the gold card will get you the 4 of the best seats possible right as you walk up before the game. The other thing you get is full pension. You've earned your full pension.
Max getting close to his 36th birthday. Got another couple years on this current contract. He has 1 more guaranteed and then the team option for 28. And far from having made up his mind if he wants to play after that. Time to figure it out. Young family, that certainly plays into it. He's got a shot to become the all-time home run hitter in LA Dodger history. Past Eric Karros in this ballpark, but has a chance if he keeps on playing to pass Karros overall.
Can't say if I'm rooting for Max or not. I love Eric Karros, and just the highlight on Max and what he's accomplishing, it takes you back to EK and how really, really good he was.
Worm burner to second for Tommy Edman. 2 gone in the 5th.
Now EK gets to get nervous, not about Max, but about his son playing in Colorado.
to 37 home runs away. Max Muncy is behind Eric Karros. He has averaged 34 home runs a season. That's a 162 game pace. 25 a season regardless of the games played. Strike in there. So that, you know, and obviously you don't expect him to continue to keep that pace up as he gets near 40, but you go close to that if he were to play both years remaining on the contract. It's a good shot. 1-1 on Chourio.
Just his 11th pitch this inning. First couple innings, he was averaging 24 pitches an inning. Here in the third and the fourth, he's averaged just under 10 pitches an inning. So he could be right around that average if he gets him out right here.
Home with a 2-1. Yeah, Chourio takes it for ball. Chourio's 0 for 2 today, 2 for his last 21. Hitters count right here, though. 3-1 pitch. Laid on it, 3-2.
That's where he gets hitters in between, even in a hitter's count. Laid on that fastball right there because they got the changeup in the back of their head.
Pokes a base hit the other way, headed for the gap, and Chourio's got good speed. He's going to make the turn and throw on the brakes. A 2-out double. Yet another 2-out knock for Milwaukee.
Good piece of hitting. Returned to the fastball away that he got him in the 3-1 count. But this one hit hard enough to find the gap. And with 2 outs, you get into scoring position, and he made that decision. About 15, 20 feet from second base, he goes, 2 outs, don't take the risk.
Two-out chance for Jake Bauers, the hero on Thursday night in that 9th inning rally. Bauers 2 for 2 today.
Post the 0, shutdown inning. When I was growing up, there was this thing called limbo. You ever seen limbo?
Oh, yeah. I was there when I was growing up, too.
Okay, good. We grew up at different times.
We did. Scott.
But limbo has been around for a long time.
As old as time. Limbo.
I want to see some limbo right here. The bar's not real low yet, but boy, he's showing.
You go.
Yeah, he's showing he could go a little lower.
They still do that?
And that's what I used to see it on TV every once in a while. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Dive and change up right there.
That voice in our headset just said, it's all on computers now.
Is that God?
Got to go to limb. Yeah. That's what I say sometimes into my mind. Is that you, God?
Dear God, do we really have to do the promo right now? Tie game, top of the 5th. Chourio at second with 2 away. 2-2 pitch from Skubal. Bauers fouls it off, stays alive.
Not the highest ranking pitch, but that last fastball sets up his slider. Slider away off that fastball away. Walk him off the plate.
Hooked into right field, a base hit, and the Brewers have done it again with 2 outs. Double and then a bloop single. 2-out, 2-strike single from Jake Bauers, and Milwaukee's back in front.
89-mile-an-hour changeup. He just finds a way to put it in play, and that is typical Milwaukee Brewer baseball.
Every run they've scored the last 2 days have come with 2 out. Now, only 2 runs allowed, but they've just grinded Skubal out. He's about to reach 90 pitches. There's nobody warming in the bullpen yet. Skubal has not exceeded 100 pitches this year. The last 4 years, so since coming back from the arm surgery, only 7 times has he reached 100 pitches in a game. Back towards the breaking pitch. 2-1 on Vaughn. Line drive, base hit to left. 3 in a row.
Might see some action in the pen now.
There's the call. It's bullpen that's well rested. 6 innings from Robleski yesterday, and then Jonathan Hernandez, star of the game for the Dodgers, with 3 scoreless innings. The 3rd multi-inning scoreless outing for Hernandez out of his first 4 since coming back from AAA. First and second, 2 outs. Sanchez. Skubal trying to put an end to this rally. Got strike 1. Edgardo Enriquez.
Last 2 games against these Brewers, 8 of their 12 hits, 2-out hits. That is hitting until the 3rd out. That is awesome. People not giving up at bats just because there's 2 outs.
Exhausting. The other side. Sanchez 0 for 2 today, 1 for 9 in this series. Bowers at second, Vaughn at first. 0-2 to the plate from Tarik Skubal. Checked. Ball 1.
Right on the edge.
Reaches out and drags a bouncing ball to Mookie Betts. That's the inning, but the Brewers rally with 2 outs and retake the lead halfway home in a 2-1 game.
Shohei Ohtani Starter Series. It's a bobblehead, and it's on August 22nd, presented by Toyo Tires. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
Justin Bieber's here today.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
Playing some Biebs on the speakers, but they showed him.
Oh, cool.
Got great seats. Kyle Tucker leads off the bottom of the 5th for the Dodgers. He's a huge Bieber fan. I have no idea if he is, but I'm just going to go ahead and assume it.
Yeah. You should ask God.
Folks that just tune in are like, what is he talking about?
I'm thinking the same thing. What are we talking about?
Tucker, Edmund Hernandez coming up here, down 2-1. Fly out to right field. Tucker's first time up. Lone run for LA, home run from Max Muncy. That's one of the 3 hits they have against Henderson. Super efficient. 50 pitches at this point. He tends to wear down deeper into games. Pitched into the 7th inning for the first time in his young career against San Diego on Monday. Had given up just 1 run through 6, and then in the 7th, single, homer, walk, and that was it. Only way he's given up runs his last 3 starts, home run. Grounded to second. Routine for Ornelas.
Throws a lot of strikes, throws 2 different speeds for sure with the fastball changeup, and he just forces hitters to defend more than one thing. He's proven he can throw it on the inside, the outside. He's proven he can throw it hard. He's proven he can throw it soft.
One away for Tommy Edman. Bounce into a double play his first time. Edman was at 320 at the end of July, 160 so far in August. Over a changeup, 0-2. And that pitch has looked like a butterfly today.
We've seen 2 outstanding changeup from both these starting pitchers today. Henderson just a little bit more consistent. Just the home run to Muncy, base hit by Betts, and 1 by Ohtani to start the game. Hasn't walked a batter. This could end up being the difference in the game.
Another 1-2 pitch to Edman. Off balance swing, pop up on the infield for Joey Ortiz. 2 out. Let's get a word from Morongo.
Walker Hayes live August 22nd. Get tickets now. Morongo.
Tasker Hernandez struck out his first time. One of the 4 Ks for Henderson so far. Had him chasing a breaking pitch way off of the plate. Here a cue shot. Race to first. Henderson there. And a 1-2-3 fifth. Happy 52nd birthday to Roger Cedeno. He spent his first 4 seasons in the major leagues with the Dodgers. Came up as a 20-year-old in 1995. Traded to the Mets after a few years in the Todd Hundley deal. Was traded 4 times in 6 years. Played for 5 different teams over an 11-year career. Tarik Skubal stays in here. And Brandon Lockridge bunts the first pitch foul. Roger would be most known as the stolen base ace. Had 66 in 1 season for the Mets. Had 55 in 1 season for the Tigers. And it appears that Roger these days is coaching IMG Academy in Florida. So happy birthday, Roger. 0-2 on Lockridge.
Yeah, he could really fly. He was quite a runner. And good slap hitter in those days, but also had some pop.
This is uncharted territory for Skubal here this season. 97 pitches, the most that he's thrown. And he gets strike 3 on Lockridge.
Sure, he's got a little anger in there that's keeping the engine running. He's got real close to having really good outings in these first 3 starts with the Dodgers, but just a little edgy and slightly off. This has been the best of the 3, other than that 1 inning with a couple walks.
Workmanlike.
Yeah.
Really, all 3 starts have been workmanlike. Strike on Joey Ortiz, who he has K'd both times today, which is a compliment. But for him, it's normally a couple of notches above workmanlike.
He hasn't had a breezy start yet, where he just going right through him. But I'll tell you what, if this is the floor,
I can't wait to see the ceiling.
Home with an 0-2. Ortiz slaps it foul, stays alive. So you got Scuba, who they've acquired at the deadline. Snell came back and dazzled. Yesterday, Tyler Glasnow in AAA, or 2 days ago in AAA, struck out 8 of the 13 hitters that he faced. He's going to make one more rehab start and then likely join the team on the trip through Atlanta and Detroit. Ortiz strikes out for the 3rd time today.
Sixth strikeout. This one on a fastball, but 4 of the first 5 were on the changeup. Glasnow with all those strikeouts, I'll bet you it was more high fastballs and curveballs.
Trying to finish this game with a flurry. Ornelas taking a ball.
Like to see him strike out the sides and get a standing ovation walking off the mound to get a good feeling of being a Dodger.
Kicks and deals. Nice change. Evens the count 1-1.
And the Dodgers come in, get him some runs, and have him the pitcher a record for a W. Be a great finish to this day.
Ahead 1-2. And it's been good to see not just him reach 100 pitches for the first time, but do so with his stuff pumping. The fastball to strike out Ortiz was his fastest pitch of the day, 99.2.
We're going up the ladder with the fastball. We're going change up away again for the swing and miss. High target, but it was a deke.
It's 2-2. Barely got a piece right there.
Yeah, just because of the altitude of the pitch. He had him fooled with the speed. It just was a little up, which allowed him to get a piece. Last batter for sure.
Skubal delivers. He has tied his career high. 12 more than any other game this year. Tries another 2-2 pitch. Backdoor breaking pitch. Strike 3. Skubal finishes his day by striking out the side.
He's been getting him with the changeup, then a high fastball, and why not a third one, the breaking ball.
Back world champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times. Dodgers down a run, 9-1-2. And Rorvet takes a strike from Logan Henderson. Tarik Skubal, career high number of pitches, finishes his day by striking out the side to give him 7 total. And so finishes his day by getting everybody free Jumbo Jacks.
You can go in the restaurant, you can go through the drive-through, you still get the Dodger deal.
Rorvet flied out, first pitch that he saw back in the 3rd inning. Logan Henderson keeps on going. Struck out 4 in this game. As we talked about, he's not walked anybody. Now from the 5th inning on, he's got a 5.65 ERA. Didn't show any signs of slowing last inning. Stronger and stronger here in his rookie season. His 1-2 to Rorvet with Ohtani waiting on deck. Got a chase on a changeup and his 5th K.
Ohtani strutting to the plate here in the 6th. That means he's probably going to hit in the 9th. So it's probably going to be off a reliever in the 9th, of course. So use the information with the first 2 at-bats to get him here.
And if you're Shohei, what have you learned the first 2 at-bats?
Well, you know, he's been guessing to hit the long ball because we saw him strike out on the changeup away. I'll guarantee you he's still looking middle in, but I think he needs to go to a slightly 2-strike approach in a 1-run game if he gets 2 strikes on him and use the opposite field. You don't want to be swinging at that butterfly away like he was in the second at bat when he struck out in the 3rd. Middle in and firm early in the count here, and then protect late in the count away and tip your hat on the inside stuff.
On this 1-1, Ohtani tries to hit it to Pasadena.
Yeah, they were trying to go away, but he made a mistake. That ball is right down the middle low. This could have been a home run, but Shohei just kind of in between. I don't want to swing at the changeup away like I did the last at bat, and then the fastball beat him a little bit. Here comes the butterfly, I think.
So the target is set. Oh, he sped it up. A fastball slapped the left center field and caught by Chourio.
It was a good at bat by Shohei, though, to not give into I'm going to swing really hard. He protected against that fastball and hit it the correct place.
2 up, 2 down. Freddie Freeman 0 for 2. Two gone in the 6th. Just 66 pitches for the rookie Logan Henderson. Here's his 1-0.
2 out, nobody on. That's an outstanding pitch with the changeup because you know the powerful left-handed hitters are looking with 2 out, nobody on to try and go deep, and that's the kind of swing Freddie had there on that changeup.
Comes in on him with a 4-seam and a pop off of the knuckles to short. Dodgers have just 1 base runner the last 4 innings. Dodgers down 2-1 to the top of the 7th inning, and the call to the bullpen is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers. Edgardo Enriquez comes on to face the top of the order.
He could end up being the Klein of this year, the way he is developing and continuing to go. Will Klein was outstanding in the playoffs and got it together. Well, this is the same kind of velocity and arm. We'll see how that Dodger bullpen shakes out in October.
Sinker at 101 past Contreras.
Is that all?
Yeah, nice and easy.
Yeah. It seems a little soft compared to the Miz.
Enriquez is right up there. Most pitches thrown over 100 this year. Top 5 in baseball. Nobody close to the Miz, though. This is the most amazing number. The Miz has thrown now 900 pitches, triple digits. The next highest full-time starter is Ohtani, and he's thrown 50.
Wow.
Pop up. Left side of the diamond. Max Muncy's got it. Dave Roberts was saying after the game that was impressive. He said there's not too many guys like that, and he hopes that baseball can promote him. He thinks he's good for the game, not just the stuff, but the joy, the energy that he pitches with. Everybody that knows him praises the person as much as the pitcher. Pat Murphy has said he's like Forrest Gump. A little bit looks like him, a little bit that he loves to run. Inside and a ball on Lara. But he said mostly it's the simple joy of knowing who he is as a person. Good example of not overcomplicating it, right? It's fastball 65-70% of the time. He's that way in his prep. He says he wants zero information. He's just going to trust his catcher and trust his stuff and throw it. And then with the plan and how he's throwing it, he tries to throw every pitch down the middle. Grounded to second. Edman down to a knee to get it. Smooth play. 2 out.
There's not a lot of thought when you're way above hitting speed, and then you can bend it a little bit. And I understand why you go down the middle, because his elite talent allows him to have a very wide spray pattern, but you don't need to be outside the strike zone. It can be a wide spray pattern in the strike zone.
2 up, 2 down for Henriquez. Strike 1 on Chourio. That fastball of his. 2-seam and the 4-seam. Opponents are 0 for their last 31 against his 4-seam. Poke to right center field. That will snap that. That was uncanny. Second hit of the day for Chourio, and yet again the Brewers getting it started with 2 outs.
First baseman number 9, Jake
Now
Bauers.
Jake Bauers, who is 3 for 3 in this game. He knocked in the go-ahead run in the 5th. They're going to bring in a new pitcher to face him. Bauers, a lefty. Alex Vesia for Bauers. Back-to-back world champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Jack's new Philly-style bonus jack combo. Shaved steak, grilled onions and peppers, and melted cheese. Started at $5.49. Talking about Jake Bauers, 3 for 3 in this ball game. Yet another day in this career year.
Singles, and with 2 outs, one of them, one to lead off an inning in the 3rd, and then continues to pass the baton by getting hits.
Alex Vesia is on to face him. 2-1 Milwaukee, 7th inning. Vesia's had to deal with an uptick in walks to put up a sub-3 ERA. Average against him lowest of his career. Opponents hitting 148 against Vesia. Into left center field. Bauers has his 4th hit. Chourio on his horse. Pages digs it out. Chourio headed home. Another 2-out run for the Brewers. Bauers' 4th hit of the day makes it 3-1.
9 hits, 7 of 9 with 2 outs, and this one an extra base hit that scores a 2-out single. Dodgers are not winning the 2-out battle, and they didn't win this matchup where they wanted the left-on-left situation.
And he continues for Andrew Vaughn. He smokes one through the left side for a base hit. Bauers heads for the plate. Throw from Hernandez is not in time. Headlong dive from Jake Bauers, living his best life.
We might take a look at this one. Is the body in the air and the ball, the hand not on the plate yet? Or did he miss the tag? It was a swipe tag, and did he touch him? No, it's late. Hands on the plate.
Catcher number 99, Gary Sanchez.
It's just deflating.
Yeah. All these 2 outs. They're now 8 of 10 hits with 2 outs.
And every run the last 2 days. Won yesterday's game 4-1. Lead today's game 4-1. David Hamilton a pinch run for Vaughn. And yeah, it was really important that Vesia get Bauers out lefty-lefty, because then Vaughn is the top hitter in the league against left-handed pitching. And he shows it right there with a hard hit base hit. Gary Sanchez climbs in. Hamilton, one of the fastest players in baseball. Brewers have a lot of steals. Not necessarily a great base running team, though. They've been caught a lot as well, including each of their last 5 steal attempts.
They've sent 32 guys. This is the 33rd guy to the plate. The Dodgers have only sent 20. And I know there's an extra half inning there, but still, it is a large gap as far as traffic.
Stress.
And it's all because of the 2-out, just continuing to lengthen the innings when they're on offense.
They've had 3 base runners before 2 outs, 9 once they get 2 outs. Two and one on Sanchez.
The formula for winning for the Dodgers right now, what they were hoping for today was, another lengthy start from a starter. They got that. Quality at bats with traffic. That's what they've really needed. We really haven't had that today, and they haven't had much traffic. And then predictable results from the bullpen. And that has not happened either. So as far as why are they down on the scoreboard, it's just, as far as the formula for what they need right now to kind of turn things around, it hasn't been executed.
Hamilton to get a head start from first as the 3-2 comes home, and Sanchez chops one left side. Muncy. Brewers, though, rally with 2 out, lead at 4-1. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Sit and Sleep, SoCal's most trusted mattress store. Four to 1 game to the bottom of the 7th inning. Logan Henderson, a nice day. Just 69 pitches through 6 innings. On to the 7th he goes. He went into the 7th inning for the first time in his career in his last start. He does so again here. Now, when he went into the 7th against the Padres last time, did not go well. Single homer walk blew the lead. Dodgers trying to give him some of that medicine.
He's working on a Maddox. Complete game W under 100.
Inside on Pages, 3, 4, and 5 here. Pages 0 for 2 today. 3-hit game on Friday, hitless in the other 3. Pages lays off that high fastball. Not an easy one to lay off of, and Gary Sanchez is going to use their last challenge. Over in this series, Sanchez is. Pages leading off the 7th. And ahead 3-1. 2 guys warming, Aaron Ashby and Chad Patrick. Ashby went the last 2 innings of yesterday's game. Pages swings at ball 4.
Well, what it does for Milwaukee's confidence going into the playoffs is we can beat the Dodgers 3 out of 4 at their place
without Bryce Terang. Remember, their top player has not played this weekend. There's a walk, first one of the day issued by Henderson. It's a start. And it brings up the one guy that's gotten to him. Our Performance Spotlight, sponsored by your Southern California Nissan dealers. Max Muncy's 24th long ball of the year.
Doesn't matter how far you hit him, as long as you hit him to the right part of the ballpark and just over the fence.
Most home runs he's had in 3 seasons. Injuries the last 2 years at 15 and 19. Career high is 36. He did that twice. Just low, and they'd love to challenge, but they're out. Dodgers only 1 hit the last 5 innings. That was Muncy's homer. Offense that, when it's right, has so much spurt ability to it. It's hard to think of the last time they had a big bludgeoning rally.
Yeah, and those are wonderful to have, but I think what Dave Roberts is looking for from his offense is consistent, grinded out at bats, stringing hits together, good selection of swing decisions, grinding out the opponent, getting to the bullpen early, which is not happening here with the pitch count that we have here at 77.
Henderson's not thrown more than 93. So you can understand why there's that double-barreled action. Once he pushes it off and foul, 1 and 2. Here comes the 1-2. Lofted to left. Chourio. Muncy stumbled coming out of the box there.
Twice. Like he was trying to run on the sides of his shoes, and there were no spikes into the ground. That's on the home plate, and then he does it again, and he's spinning out his tires like he's a drag racer getting ready for the green light.
Or like one of those Tough Mudder racers. Betts fouls it off, strike 1. Dodgers have not put a man into scoring position in this game. 3 hits, 1 walk.
Good, consistent offenses. They have those big run games, and then they also have those games where it's just enough offense to survive. But the large portion of good offensive teams is just winning normal games, getting 4 or 5 runs. And the Dodgers have not been that type of offense. They've been the one that barely squeaks by and survives, or just doesn't get enough and they lose. They've had some big scoring games, but that large portion of a good offense, they are just not executing in the 4 to 5 to 6 runs a game, kind of putting it on people.
9 runs total in the 4 games in this series.
I mean, this offense and these resumes, it just feels like it should be just a given they're going to get 4.
Betts down swinging, 2 out.
That's just a swing decision right there for Mookie. He'll tell you he got himself out. Too many of these at bats. The young man on the mound has been very good today, but the Dodgers have also made a lot of poor swing decisions.
You know, your comment about a given that they score 4 runs. In the month of August, they've done that in only half of the games. They've only gotten more than 5 twice out of the last 15. And not more than 6 in any of those. Like the last time they scored more than 6 runs was the 6th game of the second half in Philly.
Well, you know, part of the equation is the pitching rescues the hitting, and the hitting rescues the pitching. but the bullpen has had its flat tire for a while. The starters have kind of gone pretty deep. They've been solid, but the hitting has had their flat tire. So you're just not getting those games where you ham and egg it either. It's August. It's the middle of August, and this has a high value when it comes to October relevance. There's plenty of time to turn it around, but you know this is important against these guys.
This is the season series tiebreaker right here, which could end up being a big deal if these teams tie for the top spot or for the 2 seed, which would be even a bigger deal. Top 2 seeds get buys. Of course, the top seed would have home field advantage. Another 1-2 pitch from Logan Henderson to Kyle Tucker.
Kyle's got to get it done here at home pretty soon. If they end up playing on the road in the playoffs, he'll be taking a good portion of his season on the road, but here at home, ooh.
Braves won earlier today. Dodgers tied for that 2 seed. Headed to Atlanta in about a week and a half. I guess in 1 week from tomorrow. 3 games against Colorado starting tomorrow to finish off this 13 straight for Dave Roberts' club. They'll be off on Thursday. 3-game homestand against the Pirates next weekend, and then to Atlanta. Another 1-2 to Tucker. Misses away.
Colorado and the Pirates, they could make some hay there. Try and win 5 out of 6. Not writing this one off yet, but just looking ahead.
Schedule does ease up quite a bit. Final month, they play the Reds a couple series the last month. Got the Giants in there. Check swing foul. Road Ahead is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Here it is in graphic form. 5:30, all 3 games in Colorado. Off on Thursday, back here for Skeens and the Pirates on Friday. 7-4-1. Tucker battling.
Running the pitch count up.
It's been the 9th one coming here. Good chance we're seeing close to the end of the road here for Henderson, who again has not exceeded 93 pitches.
Over double of every inning except for the first inning at 18. They're making him work. Get something tired right here in the middle of the plate.
He's worked it full. This is actually going to be the 11th pitch right here for Kyle Tucker. He reaches. They get the tying run to the plate.
They go fastball and he overthrows it. The location shouldn't be very good. If he goes change up because he's tired, maybe Kyle's seen enough of him catch up to it.
There goes Pages. Tucker taps it along the right side. What a play by Henderson. That was probably going to be an infield hit if he doesn't glove that. And a fitting way for him to finish off 7 innings against the back-to-back defending champs. It's been all about him today. 1 run over 7 innings. Logan Henderson, 7 innings, just 1 run, doing his best Jacob Mizorowski impression today, even doing him 1 up. Mizorowski goes 6 innings, 1 run. Henderson 7. First time in his career he's completed 7 innings. Kyle Hurd out of the Dodger bullpen, high with his first one to Lockridge.
Activated with Robo going on the IL. Hopefully it's not anything specific with Robo. Maybe just making sure he gets some rest and some fatigue out of his system.
Lockridge, who's only started now 3 games this month, 0 for 2, although did walk and score against Scuba back in the 2nd. Good looking change up right there, which has been the pitch du jour. Both starters, and now Hurt out of the bullpen flashing his. Strikes him out. One gone in the 8th.
90 miles an hour. Those are sweet changeups. Remind me of Zach Greinke's. Just almost like it's a fastball with that kind of depth. That's like a sinker.
Shortstop, number 3, Joey Ortiz.
Joey Ortiz happy to have Tarek Skubal out of there. Ortiz comes in as the hottest hitter in the National League the last month. 0 for 3, 3 Ks today. And now 0 for 11 with 8 Ks in his career against Skubal. That seems like one where it's at first you have a hard time hitting him, and then it becomes you've convinced yourself you just can't. The old spiral. It's going to be Chad Patrick, it looks like, for the Brewers in the last of the 8th. Dodgers are going to get the big hitters up again. It'll be the bottom of the order in the 8th. Edman, Hernandez, Rortvedt.
Set the table like yesterday, but when they all of a sudden failed, they got the bases loaded and Shohei and Freddie up, but just couldn't get it done. Maybe you try it again in the 8th.
It's a 4-strikeout day for Ortiz.
Lockridge struck out on the changeup that we commented on outstanding, and now the high cheese gives him a sombrero.
Second baseman, number 13, Jonathan Ornelas.
Two outs here in the 8th, and Ornelas. Who thought that trade deadline had come and passed, and so he was in Sacramento to stay. He was in AAA with the A's. Manager calls him in and says, hey, you've been traded. He's thinking, like, I can't be. Deadline already happened. But because he's not on the 40-man roster, those rules don't apply. He said, yeah, sorry, you're getting traded. But the good news is you're going to the big leagues. Brewers have acquired you, and you're headed to the big leagues with them. It was 2 days ago. And now 2 days with Milwaukee. He's been in the starting lineup both days. Down 1-2, and Hurt with a shot to strike out the side.
Go changeup. The hard stuff they're hitting 500 off of today. It's the non-fastballs that they have really struggled with. Just 3 for 18. Something other than the hard stuff.
Blinks right through the fastball, and Hurt strikes out the side here in the 8th. Wraps up. Be sure to stay tuned for Access Sportsnet Dodgers, the post-game show. Kirsten's out there today with Jay Hare and the D-Train. Into the Milwaukee bullpen. Chad Patrick takes over.
Kind of a Swiss Army knife. Starter, reliever. Doesn't have to be just go 1 inning. You never know what he's going to do. He might get the 8th and the 9th if he's throwing the ball well.
Bottom of the Dodger lineup here. Edman, Tasker, Hernandez, Ben Rortvedt. Dodgers with a run on 3 hits against Logan Henderson. And now a Milwaukee bullpen that's got an ERA below 2 over the last few weeks. They're happy to have Mizorowski out of the game yesterday, but then 3 hitless innings for the pen. Even on a day where they didn't have Trevor McGill. Even with Abner Uribe on the injured list. It's Aaron Ashby that went the last 2 innings to get his first save. Ashby's warmed up. He's ready to go. Come in again. Popped off the hands. Short center. Ornelas.
Left field, number 37.
Patrick's got to face the switch hitter Edman, who just got out. Now Teo coming up, and then Roadvet, but there might be a pinch hitter there. We'll see what Teo does.
Hunter Fiducia is on deck.
Fiducia secretly has been kind of hitting the ball very well. The home run the other day, consistently in his starts, getting at least one hit a day.
One on Hernandez.
That last fastball is in the back of Teo's head right now, because that is the area where he doesn't want to chase, and they just picked it off with a fastball.
Now ahead. Ball 3.
The way it's been going for Teo right here, and down by 3 runs, he's got to really put it in a keyhole exactly where he wants it with the exact pitch he's looking for. Other than that, he needs to look for the walk.
On this 3-1, he grounds a tough pitch through the right side. That was the pitcher's pitch that he went after and wound up paying it off.
Right on the edge, but he gets enough on it because it's up a little bit. It's about 2 balls above the knee. He tops the ball, but makes a way to get through. Huge at bat right here.
For Fiducia, pinch hitting for Rortvedt. We were talking about it the other day, but he's added the toe tap back that he always had when he was a pro with the Dodgers. The Rays had him get rid of that when they acquired him in the trade last year. And he's doing pretty well offensively, but Dodger hitting coaches encouraged him to incorporate it again, and he said it has him feeling extra comfortable.
The floor they're looking for right here is him just getting on base. The ceiling would be his 2nd home run of the year in their Dodger uniform. Some way to cause some pressure.
4-1 Milwaukee, bottom of the 8th. Ohtani on deck as Fiducia takes down the middle for a strike. On an 0-1, Fiducia takes a ball in the dirt. It gets away, and Hernandez is into scoring position.
That's pretty good when you got a catcher at the plate to get out of the double play situation, where now you got an even better chance of getting Shohei up there.
Trying to cut into this deficit. Down 4-1 in the 8th. Fiducia lines the ball off for Nellis. Pinch hit, base hit, Hunter Fiducia. And look who's coming up as the tying run. That's going to do it for Chad Patrick. Aaron Ashby on for Shohei Ohtani. With the Dodgers mounting their first threat of the day. First time they've had a man in scoring position today. And for the top of the order. To finish off the game for his first save of the season. That included striking out Ohtani. That's the first time he's retired Ohtani in 7 head-to-head matchups. Ohtani prior to that 4 for 4, 2 walks against Ashby. This is yesterday.
The breaking ball down. Shohei out in front of it and missed it.
First pitch, ball one. Ashby threw 31 pitches yesterday. His bullpen a little bit stretched thin right now, especially with the injury to Abner Uribe. This would have been Uribe's inning. Hernandez at third, Fiducia at first. Ohtani ahead 2-0. Seen him extra eager today, but right there lays off and ahead 2 balls, no strikes.
Anything borderline, Milwaukee out of challenges.
Bouncing ball to second, 4-6-3. And it's that old devil of a double play that has haunted the Dodgers lately. It is still 4-1 Milwaukee. Dodgers get their first threat of the day, but a double play ball off of the bat of Ohtani keeps it right there at the top of the 9th, and Kyle Hurt, who struck out the side in the 8th.
Would have been nice to just push one across there, because then anybody gets on in the 9th, you bring the tying run to the plate, cause a little bit more pressure. But down by 3, they're going to have a rally.
Top of the order for Milwaukee, it's William Contreras taking a strike. It's tough right now, man.
It really is. I mean, you're looking for any kind of wind you can put in the Dodgers' sails to say, okay, that's going to cost some momentum, but it feels like they are pushing against the wind all the time. Some of it self-made, some of it made by the opponent, some of it this time of the year with a huge lead, but this was a very important series when it comes to the October relevance. Dodgers did respond to difficulties against Milwaukee from last season.
They got swept in the regular season last year.
Yep.
And they were the ones that did the sweeping when it mattered most.
So what's the big deal about these games?
Yeah.
We'll get to October when we get there.
Power of starting pitching. Dodger starters in that series against Milwaukee were just too good. Contreras to left. Teoscar Hernandez is there. Speaking of starting pitching, Snell, Lauer, Sasaki lined up for the Dodgers this week at Coors Field. Sergano, Feltner, Freeland.
Playing against a team that only one team in the big leagues has less win. What is it? 48 wins they have. 49 for Colorado.
They have 49.
Oakland's got 48.
The band formerly known as Oakland.
Oh, that's true. Thank you.
Now they're just the Athletics.
Oh.
When you look at the standings, really, it just says, doesn't even say a city.
They don't belong to anybody.
Team without a home.
Vegas will adopt them.
2-0 on Lara. Starts tomorrow night. And the stretch of 13 games in as many days continues.
One good thing about this, going to Colorado, maybe the offense will get going and guys will start to get some confidence and take it, leave Colorado and bring it home. Get the offense going at home.
Series at Colorado this year. Earlier, they scored 28 runs in 4 games. Back in April, in the snow. Two-two to Lara. Fiducia, of course, has stayed in and doing the catching now. After the pinch hit base hit for Wartfat. Freeman, Pages, Muncy due up for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 9th. Lars worked the full count. McGill ready to go down there. As imposing of a figure in the 9th inning as there is. Something about a guy being big physically that adds to that 9th inning feeling. Closer persona.
Well, then you're standing on a mound too.
Yeah, right. It's an eclipse. This will be the 8th pitch from Hurt to Lara.
When you're taller and you can keep your release point at least at like high 3/4, you have natural movement to a 4-seam fastball just because of the plane of the ball coming down to the strike zone. 1968, they lowered the mound after that year, and the 4-seam fastball prior to that, a higher mound, was automatically a moving fastball just because of the height of the mound.
Lara earns the walk here. 9-pitch at bat. First base runner against Hurt. Brings up Churio. There's 2 for his last 21 going into the middle innings in this game. Had a 2-out double and then came into score. In the 7th, had a 2-out single, came into score. So he sparked 2 of those 2-out rallies. Every run for the Brewers the last 2 days coming with 2 outs. They're sucking the life out of you.
Yeah, I mean, you take a shot in the arm, or you take the shot when it's a home run, and that's what the Dodgers have been doing. Just slow bleed, slow bloodletting. 2 outs. Nick over here, Nick over there, double in the gap. Painful.
With only the 2 runs yourself. Getting some really good arms. Mizorowski going to win the Cy Young most likely. And Logan Henderson throwing his name into the Rookie of the Year conversation the way he's going. Not enough starts probably to really generate enough buzz. But the numbers are right there with anybody. Hurts look good today. Good life. 1 on 1 out. A 1-2 pitch. In the air to right field. Kyle Tucker going back on it. Still going. Still going. Couldn't catch it.
We're getting the reaction you would expect from the fans here with a ball that your body doesn't touch the fence. Glove doesn't get interrupted by the fence. You just missed it. Kyle will tell you that he's supposed to have that 999 times out of 1,000. That's how rare that miss is.
They do give Churio a double.
No, he didn't lose that in the sun. I mean, it might have been made it more difficult, but that was not in the sun.
Milwaukee trying to put this game away for all intents and purposes here with a guy coming up here in Jake Bauers who's got 4 hits. And even if they do get out of it, the fact that Dave Roberts is going to have to dig back into that pen, and maybe he was going to do that anyways for Bauers. But in this busy stretch for the pen, this long stretch for the team, Dreyer having to come in here. 2nd and 3rd, 1 away in the 9th. Few months, Jack Dreyer's been one of the top arms in this bullpen. He's on to a tough spot right here. 2nd and 3rd, 1 away, trying to keep the Dodgers within shouting distance.
You pitch right here for the strikeout. You pitch right here to get a weak ground ball with the infield in. You go for the all or nothing type pitches, because if they get 1, it's like they've gotten a lot. So you just got to pitch to prevent the run on 3rd.
Jake Bauers, 4 hits today. His first 4-hit game in 7 years.
Jack has this issue a lot. I don't know if he's got strange hair gel or something. Seems to have an issue with the pitch comp. I like the fact that the umpire now goes in there and listens to the testing, that it's not a fake delay.
Prove it, they say.
Yep. And so they follow him out there and they want to hear the pitch gun talk or not talk. Should be a button that says, hey, can you back up?
Right. Strike one on Bauers.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Give me my space. Give me my space. Give me my space. Bauers continuing this fantastic season with his 4 hits today, 3 singles and a double. 2 runs knocked in. 1 ball, 1 strike on him. Bigger holes to shoot through right here with the infield in.
So when you come fastball in, you don't mind if you hit him because you got first base open. It sets up a double play.
Fouls it back.
Outstanding. You're coming in there with the heater. It's on the edge or it's close to him. And then you set up the breaking ball away and you don't have a problem trusting your catcher right here and bouncing it. All or nothing.
Tries 1-2. To go to that curveball break in near the dirt. Good catch by Fiducia. Take by Bauers evens the count.
Still first base open and you got to get him out. Go with the strikeout pitch.
Bauers had the game-winning hit Thursday against the left-hander in Alex Vesia. That was on a 2-strike pitch. Looking to try to put this game away. 2nd and 3rd, 1 away in the 9th. Full count.
If you throw a fastball, you're going to throw it right on the edge and leave it up to the umpire or the ABS. You throw the breaking ball, you're not throwing it for a strike. Make it look like a strike, end up a ball.
Here it comes. Check swing. No swing. Bases loaded. Bauers aboard for the 5th time today. Here's a place where you would love to have Andrew Vaughn still in the game, but he was pinch run for earlier. David Hamilton not nearly the hitter that he is, and plus you lose the platoon advantage. So Dreyer still with a shot to get out of this. First pitch to Hamilton in their first strike.
This is where the infield in. They still want to charge ground balls if they can, because you can go infielder to catcher to first base and get the double play that way. But if you lay back and just take the routine force out at home, you're not going to get the double play. You got to be aggressive with your feet.
Good pitch.
Perfect pitch.
One and two on Hamilton. Looking for the strikeout.
Still throwing pitches that look like strikes, ends up balls. I know you don't want to walk them, but I got to risk it.
Bouncing ball to second. Oh, man, it skips by Tommy Edman. 2-run score. And the Brewers have busted it open 6-1.
Tommy had the correct intentions. The ball in right dropped by Tucker, and now this one getting by him. But watch how aggressive he is with his feet. He knows that he can do it quick. We got a shot. And in doing that,
Number 99, Gary
it just
Sanchez.
gets away from him. Not the easiest of plays, but he was definitely thinking getting that ball home as quick as possible. Gained about 10 feet on that ground ball with the charge.
Ugly inning in a rough stretch.
Painful to watch, painful to be playing in. Just want to crawl under the grass.
Sanchez, he'll just one away. That's 5 in a row for Milwaukee. D.L. Hall has replaced McGill down there. 5 in a row since Muncy tied it with a home run in the 4th. Sanchez down swinging, 2 away. That's the second error on Tommy Edman today. Second error on the team because Tucker's ball was ruled a double. It probably couldn't even should be a 3-error day for the defense.
Yeah, I think New York will take a shot at Tucker's ball, and that might end up in being an error later.
Now the corner to Lockridge for a strike. Strike 2.
A beautiful day for baseball, but not a beautiful presentation today by the Dodgers. Outstanding job of pitching from Henderson on the Milwaukee side. Skubal was Skubal today, but just didn't get the complete support from his team.
Strikeout to end the inning. 2 really tough runs right there. 6-1 Brewers to the bottom of the 9th. Final matchup between these teams this season. Winner of this one will have the season tiebreaker with these teams close in the standings. Deking it out for the 1 seed. But it is all Brewers in this game. 6-1 to the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers tied with the Braves for the 2 seed. Milwaukee with a 2-game lead. Best record in the NL. And trying to grow that to 3 over LA. Knock them down to the 3 seed. Joe Orel, Dave Vassay. Last chance for the Dodgers here. Instead of McGill, it'll be D.L. Hall with the lead opened up.
Milwaukee has had their way with the Dodgers in this series.
Ball and a strike on Freeman. 0 for 3 today. And a 5 for 32 slide. And seeing the Dodgers take their bats to Coors Field. Try to get them heated up there. Everything's okay. Everybody's snapping their heads around them like something really bad happened. Got a pitch clock violation on the pitcher. One away in the ninth. So the Dodgers on the verge of dropping 3 or 4 to Milwaukee. San Diego's staying hot. They have a 3-0 lead on Cleveland. That would be their 17th win in their last 22 games and would bring them within 7 of the Dodgers in the division. Still a large lead, but kind of snuck up on you there.
The Dodgers going to play a team that's 24.5 games out of first. So they should be able to right this ship, I would think. If they go to Colorado and lose, let's say 2 out of 3 or something, it's not panic time, but it's a change of energy time. Even right now, they've got to change the energy when they get on the plane going to Colorado. Feels like one of those players only meetings kind of times.
Only 5 hits total for the Dodgers in this game. 3-1 on Pages.
It's been the errors that have really hurt.
Yeah.
They have 25 errors since July 7th, which is the 3rd most in Major League Baseball. That is not the Los Angeles Dodgers defense. Just a little over a month and make 25 errors. It's almost 1 a game.
Pages smokes his ball to left field. It's traveling well and gone. Andy Pages with his 21st of the year. Second of the weekend for Andy. Visit here from Chris Hook. I think as much as anything to discuss what happened with the pitch clock violation. He's waiting for the home plate umpire Emil Jimenez to come out to talk to him. They had a long walk together back towards the dugout. Miguel Rojas will pinch it for Max Muncy. Towards the right field corner. Lockridge has it. Dodgers down to their last out.
Shortstop, number 50, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts, 6 for 11 against Kansas City, 2 for 12 against Milwaukee. To short and Ortiz. Milwaukee takes 3 of 4.
Do not wash, rinse, repeat. The Dodgers wash it off, get on the plane to Colorado and turn this around.
So Milwaukee grows its lead for the best record in the National League over the Dodgers to 3 games. Dodgers fall down to 3 seed behind Atlanta. For Hershiser, David Vassay, the rest of our crew, Joe Davis saying so long from Dodger Stadium. Stay tuned for Access Sportsnet Dodgers, and we'll be back with you from Denver tomorrow night.